Check it out. Come and check us out as we think it's a sports show. Come see what we about. Check it out. Come and check us out as we think it's a sports show. Come see what we about. Hey, Mike, Rad, Mills, Preach. Come check us out so you can see how everybody think. Mike, Rad, Mills, Preach. The show's about to start, so everybody take a seat.
Yes, we have a very special guest for everybody. Somebody that we known for about 15 years now. It's been a long time. I'm aging us. Our homie. Y'all call her Lex. Some people call her Lex. I call her Stove still for about 16 years, but everybody know her as Miss Body Language. We have Alexus Stove right here, and we're thankful that you can join us. What's going on, Lex?
What's going on with y'all?
You know, we just chilling. We want to bring something to the people, all right, with the pandemic, with 2020. You know, everybody New Year's resolution is normally trying to get in shape. And we thought, all right, who do we know that can come on and help the people out? And you were the first person that we all thought of. So we told Mills to get you on. Now here you are. Everything all right?
Yeah, everything is good. I can't complain too much. I can't complain.
Right.
How about you?
We're good. You good, Mills?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm just happy, you know, to be able to get the people the information that a lot of people have been asking, you know, especially that pandemic definitely changed a lot of people's lives.
Right,
you know,
literally.
Personally, man, it changed my life, man. I'm probably about 40 pounds heavier than I was from March 2020, man. Definitely a big change, man.
Definitely.
So we can give the people what they need to try and succeed.
All right, so yeah, we got about 15 questions for you. Nothing crazy, nothing long. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. So, but before we get into questions about fitness and everything, because we're definitely gonna talk about that. How are you doing mentally after going through 2020 and having 2021 started bad for some people, especially if you followed politics and what was going on in DC? Just how you doing mentally?
Wow. Mentally, I had to take I really had to take like a step back, like take a breather. Like sometimes you really just gotta take a step back from everything because it was kind of tough. Like I had a lot of good moments, like a lot of good things happened to me, even as far as business, but then too the whole business aspect inside of it. It was a lot of ups and downs. With just closings every few weeks, and then people getting sick, wanting to take precautions and things like that. So it definitely took a toll once upon a time. More so probably towards the fourth quarter of 2020 really kind of took a toll on me. So I just kind of had to step back to figure out what to do because I feel like genuinely people are dependent on me. Like I feel like my life runs with people dependent on me, and that kind of broke me down a little bit. Like that I couldn't help people the way that I genuinely wanted to. So it had its ups and downs. I mean, I'm still blessed to be here. So, I mean, but it definitely had its ups and downs, I would say for sure.
So how far into the pandemic did you realize that, hey, I'm going to have to change whatever, how you do your business? Because they sent us home. I don't know. I work at GM. They sent us home one Friday and said, hey, go home for 2 weeks. We'll be back. They just want to have some precaution. And I haven't been back to work since. When did you realize, like, okay, this is not just a 2 week, 3 week thing. I have to adapt to what is going on now?
Typically, like those first 2 months into the pandemic, once the summer hit, I started doing like summer classes and training outside, which was convenient for the most part. But I think, like I said, the fourth quarter is kind of like where I was like, oh crap, like, this is like about to be a whole different thing. Honestly, the whole virtual thing it's not my style. Like I like, I provide that service because a lot of people ask for it, but I personally like that human connection, like being in the presence of people. And just from the feedback, a lot of people always say like, it's a lot, it's more challenging when you have somebody in front of you telling you what to do and stuff like that. Some people aren't as motivated. Yeah, some people aren't as motivated at home, like, then they got their kids at home, kids having to stay home. They're not able to break away from that environment. And typically people come see me to get away from home, like to, get away from things, to relieve stress. So Virtual is kind of has been not tough, but it's definitely been a change that I'm just still trying to accept, because personally I'm ready to get back to, you know, training one-on-one in classes, which I'm hoping to next month sometime. But it's tough. Like it's tough.
I heard some stories. I heard you tough on one-on-ones, and
I'm
you know,
gotta get people
it's
right.
a challenge, but it ain't nothing they can't do. It's nothing they can't do.
Yeah, that's the first step, you know.
Right.
Self-motivation. You gotta motivate yourself. You ain't gonna make it.
Yeah, and sometimes it's hard to motivate yourself. People genuinely need that push. Sometimes I be needing that push. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I be like, oh nah, I need that push. Like working out at home sucked the first few months of pandemic. Like after a while, I was like, I can't do this no more. And then trying to go to the gym and transition into wearing a whole mask the whole time you're working out, that's a whole nother challenge, because, you know, we're not used to things like that. We used to be able to breathe freely. So that, and then trying to build your endurance by wearing a mask, like this whole thing is just a life-changing situation, I feel like, for everybody. So yeah, it's, I mean, like I said, it's had its ups and downs, but I genuinely miss my people. Like I miss my clientele. Like I miss that one-on-one connection. And I'm like, I have to get back to that. Like, I feel like I have to get back to that. Like no matter what, whether it's classes, personal training. And then, like I said, like I've done challenges and, you know, virtual training, but that personal, like one-on-one and that the classes I enjoy the most. Like,
cool. So the big question that everybody want to know is, what? How did you become Miss Body Language? Like Mike said, we knew you for like 15, 16 years.
Right.
You was just a skinny little girl walking down the hallway of tech. And now you became Miss Body Language. How did you become Miss Body Language?
Okay, so long story short, basically I felt like, so the body language is a meaning behind body language. That's why I decided to brand myself Miss Body Language. So, you know, I went away to college. When I graduated, I just felt really in a depressed state. Like I just felt like I wasn't myself. I felt like I didn't get the tools that I needed to be in the field that I graduated in. I felt like, why don't I have a job in my field? I had to come back to Buffalo because I didn't really have things set up to move anywhere else, and I didn't want to stay in Ohio. I was going through like a long-term breakup, as y'all know. And then it was just like a lot on me. I felt like it was a lot on me. And at that time, I felt like my body language was different. Like I felt like, you know, I wasn't myself. I remember my mom used to come in my room, like, you need to get out of this room. Like, you know, you got to shake this. Like, I'm feeling like it's depression and things like that. So I was just like, yo, let me get in the gym. Let me just try to switch some stuff up. Cause I really didn't like how I looked either. So when I just started going to the gym, I felt like, I felt better. Like, and I just made it a routine thing. Like I just started going like continuously, like every day. And it started to become my peace. Like, so I was just like, oh, I'm feeling good. Like I'm feeling better. And then I noticed a change in my body language, my behavior, the way I walk, the way I talk, the way I felt. Fire. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, dang, like I feel different. I feel better. Like I feel like a better person. And, you know, it shows, like your body language, it shows, no matter what, like where you step into the room, it shows. So I felt the transition in my body language and I just felt really good about myself. And then that's when people started asking me like, oh, what are you doing in the gym? Because they saw my results and stuff like that. And I was just like, you know, I was just sharing with them what I was doing. But then I realized like, okay, everybody's goal isn't my goal. So let me try to figure out the goals of other people to help them change their body language too, because it's always, you know, it's always something that we feel like we could work on or something that we might want to change about ourselves. So with that being said, like, as far as the whole body language and Miss Body Language thing, like people was messing with my name, like, yo, your name Fire, like, Fire. You know, and when I went out, people were like, what's up, Miss Body Language? And one of my homeboys actually had yelled that out to me one day. And I was like, oh, that's it. Like before it was just like, you know, body language with Alexus Mone't. But then I'm like, it was ringing a bell. But then once he said it, I was like, oh, that's it. And I just kind of went with that. Cause I'm like, it's a story behind it. I didn't just pick it off, you know, some random, like, you know, so yeah.
All right. So for people that feel how you felt, you know, back in college, but the gyms are closed. Sound like Uncle Cuomo about to open restaurants back up, some yellow zone, a red zone. I keep hearing about on Facebook. I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, I'm hearing he dropped restrictions. But,
okay.
I don't know I guess he's gonna get more in detail later this week or something. But yeah.
Okay, so for people that, you know, feel down, because how can you? I'm saying, how can you not feel depressed? I'm sure some people that actually 2020 was good for them, whether it's
Right.
financially, whatever case may be.
Right.
But for most Americans that is feeling down, feeling depressed, and want to like change how they look, Millz put on some weight. He said, "I know I have." What can we do at home? Some like at home routines, workout routines, just to stay active, stay in shape.
I would just kind of focus on things that you generally want to change, like about yourself, like, you know, and I don't discriminate. Let me just make that clear. I don't discriminate against guys because I strictly train women. Women are just my audience. They're just who I choose to cater to. But I don't discriminate against guys. I've given plenty of guys advice, like, you know, or even workouts. But I would just say kind of work on what you really focus on, what you really want to change. Whether you like, you know, I want to drop a couple pounds. And then too, like, you know, your eating habits play a role in that as well. It's a big factor. So, you know, whatever you feel like you want to work on, I will focus on that, just, you know, in the time being, because, you know, you do have the option to go to the gyms now that they open, but like I said, if you have to be home, start small and then gradually just add on, like set you a workout, okay, and when you feel like, okay, this is becoming too easy or you want to challenge yourself, you know, go another route. Over the pandemic, through the pandemic, I had put out this workout called a quarantine workout. It's my quarantine workout, and it's strictly core workouts. And anybody could try it. It's really dope. You definitely receive results 21 to 30 days.
Wow.
But yeah, I did that for anybody that needed it. Even now, I just put out a couple workouts just for free. A lot of workouts that I happen to do during my body time classes. I just put one out in the beginning of the year called the 21 Savage Workout. It's 21 different exercises for 21 days. You do each exercise 21 reps. And that one you could do at home too. Just
21
get you some
Savage
dumbbells.
music too?
Huh?
21 Savage. Is that a requirement to play his music while you work?
I mean, if that's what you like, I play 21 Savage during my workout. I gotta be my playlist is pretty broad, but yeah. So yeah, like I just put out free workouts just because I know, like, dang, some people don't get creative. Some people just kind of are stuck on doing the same workouts. So next month I'm actually doing another one that I typically do that my clients like. It's called the countdown workout. So people can look for that too. But the quarantine workout, 21 Savage workout, those are just free workouts that I put out for people that actually do work and that people do enjoy doing so.
Okay, so I want to ask you about challenges. Well, I'm gonna let Millz ask you that. I want to ask you first because you mentioned diet, and that was a question that I had. How important is diet? You already answered that. But we seen during the pandemic that Black and brown people was affected more because a lot of the pre-existing conditions we have, whether high blood pressure, diabetes, and things like that. Do you think that with us knowing that now, even more so, that people will hopefully change their diet so we are healthier as a people?
It kind of is, that question is kind of like it very well could change, but then again, you have to think of the circumstances. Like, it's a lot of people going through depression right now. People not making the money that they used to. People are
comfort food.
Yeah, comfort, right? People eat for comfort, right? So like, it could change for some people, but then again, like, you never really know based on the circumstances that they're in. Like, people not used to their kids being home all day. It's parents that got to teach their kids now because kids is not in school. You got to act as a teacher, a parent. You got to do things you're not used to doing. So it really I feel like it really truly depends on the person. And then, like, depending on how much of a toll it takes on you, like, some people might want to gain weight, some people might not want to gain weight. It's probably people that's putting on a bunch of weight that's like, oh my gosh, I got to get rid of this. But in the same token, it just depends on their circumstances. So you kind of gotta just weigh that out, and then just have that moment with yourself, like, all right, what am I doing? Am I gonna let this take over me or what? Because I'll be honest, I haven't 2020, I could probably count on both hands how many times I went to the gym, just because I have a habit of putting my goals on the back burner for my clients. I don't really make enough me time when it comes to the gym like I used to. But I realized like, okay, that's something I got to stop. Like I still have an image to keep up. I still have my health to keep up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it definitely just depends on your circumstance. And then like, you always do have to take that time to yourself to like have that pep talk. Like, all right, like, what am I going to do? Am I going to let this get the best of me? Or am I just going to make the best of what's happening? Because we don't know when life is going to go back to what we thought as once normal, you know? So, yeah.
So for people like me that that gain weight since the pandemic started, well, I'm pretty sure everybody's in the same boat. You see a lot of people, you know, saying how they couldn't do things that they couldn't do.
That COVID-15, that's serious.
Right. And then like you got that anticipation and you got, you know, those goals. Okay, I gotta drop this weight, you know, quick. I gotta get ready for the summer. Summer right around the corner, you know, stuff like that. Right. Like, what should people expect with their weight loss? Like, how fast should it occur? How slow? You know, 'cause I know a person at my job that delivers mail, and like he's doing something called the snake diet. Like he's drinking like baking soda and all this other stuff, and fasting for 80 hours, and then eating for 8-hour window, and then another 72-hour fast. And he dropped like 15 pounds in like 2 days. Like, is that incorrect? Is it a bad way to lose weight? Is it a good way to lose weight? Should you only be losing 2 pounds a week? I heard people say stuff like that. Like, what is the proper and how quick?
I actually haven't heard of that diet. It's a lot of different diets and fad
good.
Diets.
You said no. That sounds like you would die.
Yeah, that don't sound too healthy. You know, a lot of people do fad diets and quick diets. Typically just based off from what I experienced. Some of my girls, they know they got trips coming up, so they're like, oh my gosh, I only got such and such days to do this. But 9 times out of 10. That way either it don't stick. Like 9 times out of 10 you're gonna gain it right back if you don't take the right precautions, or if you don't do the right things to get yourself on the right track to dieting and things like that. Sometimes people think they have to just I have to just take this. It is good to cut some things out of your diet, but then people don't know the things between like counting calories and knowing your macros, which can be a job. Like personally, it's a job. Some people like to meal prep. It just depends on like too your lifestyle too. Like me, I'm not a person, even though I'm a person more so on the go. This is probably the most downtime I've ever had in my lifetime. I'm so used to being on the go. Like I've had conversations and just more free time than normal than I would. But I'm a person that's on the go, and I personally don't, like meal prep. I can only do meal prep for 2 days tops. Like can't do meal prep for like 5 days like most people do, because it's just not as fresh to me, and that's just my preference, so I think like personally, like I said, like it's something that like with fad diets and stuff like that, like you really have to be cautious and stuff like that, because you putting your body through something that has never been through, and two, those quick diets like that, it's not things that you want to stay on for a long time. Yeah, look good for the moment, like kudos if it works for you, but everything don't work for everybody. So it is good to try different things, but then you just want to make sure you know the background knowledge of it, just because, it, like I said, some things don't work for everybody, and some things are not as healthy as they seem. And then you kind of just want to get like, okay, say for he did drop 15 pounds in 2 days or whatever you said. Okay, cool. Now your objective is to keep it off. It's not that I would keep that diet, but okay, congrats for your 15, but now you want to get on the right track. So get together about how you're gonna eat from here on out, how you're gonna exercise from here on out, because realistically, like I said, everybody's body is different. Like I know people that could sit on the couch and not work out, they eat healthy and their body is lit. I know people that can go to the gym and eat like shit and their body is lit. Sorry, can I cuss? But no, I'm like, but it's just like, it really is like everybody's body is different. Like a lot of things, some things won't work for some people. And, then you do have to be disciplined, but like bad diets and quick diets and stuff like that, that people do is great if it works, but it's just a matter of setting up the things that you're going to do completely after that. Just like I tell my clients, like I'm never the type to body shame. Like I have a ton of clients who got their body done. Great. Now we got to keep it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, good. I'm glad you did what you need to do. It is some women that do need to get liposuction because they have babies and, they have the excess skin and stuff like that, that just training and fitness just cannot fully get them to where they want to be. I'm completely understanding of that. I have so many clients who got their body done and they love how they look, but you know, I have clients who had to go back and got it redone just because they didn't take care of it. So if you ever get your body done, I'll just be like, you know, come to me when you're done so we could keep it together, because, you know, people get comfortable on that head start for getting their body done, you know what I'm saying? And they don't take care of it. So I'm all for helping women take care of their bodies in general, and men, don't get it twisted. But, you know, some things work for some people and some things don't. So that's why I just be like, you know, it's the aftermath, the aftercare that you do to take care of yourself. Cause you like fad diets, that's not stuff you want to stay on for too long, you know?
It's like winning the lottery, but not understanding how to maintain the money. And then you go right back, you get the same habits that you were doing that made you broke, that made you gain weight anyway. So you got to figure out how to do that.
Exactly. Okay. Exactly. That's exactly how it is. Yep.
So now this is, like I said, this judgment-free zone.
Okay.
Some people got vices. Some people like to drink.
Right.
Some people like to smoke. So for people that they want to be healthy, but at the same time, they still want to have that party life, or even if they just in the house drinking wine and just smoking, just watching TV, what for those people, because alcohol got a lot of sugar in it that make you gain weight. Weed make you get the munchies. Like what for those people that do want to drink and smoke, what do you say to them?
Live your life. Like realistically, like for real, like
I'm living my life, baby.
Live your life. Like, I mean, you only go on. My thing is just like, you know, if you really serious about, okay, let me get on this healthy fitness journey and things like that, okay, well, find you alcohol that's got less calories in it. If you're taking it that serious, or if you used to drinking a bottle of wine, because I could down a bottle of wine in one night, you know what I'm saying? Like, but if you used to doing that, okay, like burn them calories off in the morning if it's that serious to you, or you know, if that's something that you want to do. I just feel like I got a bunch of people who drink and a bunch of people it's been times where I will go out or people see me drinking on my Snapchat and be like, oh my gosh, you're a trainer, like, you know, you're supposed to be drinking that. Yes, absolutely, because I take care of my body.
I'm
like
grown.
I take care of myself, like, you know what I mean? Like, I could afford to do this, you could too though, you know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of like, you know, how much you consume. And you know, I tell people like, you know, if you working on discipline, I typically tell people the first time that I meet them, like, and they getting ready to train with me, like the first week is that wake up call week. I always call it that, because you know, you gonna go through a couple different exercises and movements that your body not used to. And I always just challenge them like, okay, let's start by cutting out something once a week. So this week we're gonna cut out one or two food items, because transitioning to a fitness, like a healthy lifestyle, can be kind of tough sometimes, because you probably got a refrigerator full of food that you're not just about to throw out, you know, or you want to utilize it in the right ways. So as far as people that want to drink and smoke, live your life, just, you know, do it better. There's people that I know that smoke weed and it helps them to lose weight, but their appetite is crappy. So it's like they at a plateau. Their weight is at a plateau, you know. So I would just say like, you know, moderations. But then, like I said, drugs, well, I don't like to call them drugs. Alcohol and weed it's like a drug. Like and it's in people's routine, you know, like it's in people's routine. Every day people blow down, and every day people drink. And then, like I said, right now we in a whole life-changing pandemic. So like people lifestyles is probably like my first few weeks into the pandemic, I was drinking a lot. Like the first half of 2020, I drank a lot. Like
well, that was a dude.
Yeah, like, you know, and then too, I would, like I said, I barely worked out that much. So I would just say, like, you know, if you're really trying to get on that healthy kick, find something that works for you. Find alcohol, you know, with something that's like, you know, less calories, something that benefits you, that you feel like can help you. And, you know, if you need that wine, take your sip of wine, do what you're going to do. I would just say, make sure you like switch up your lifestyle a little bit, or just modifications. I mean, you know, drink and, you know,
Yeah, you gotta drink the whole box of wine, Angie. If you watch this, you gotta drink the whole box today. Save it for the week.
Well, live your life. I'm telling you, it's so much stuff that people think like, oh, I can't have that, or oh, I can't do this, I can't eat that. And it's like, you can, like, you really can. You just have to, portion control is important. Like, that's super important. Depending on, your goals and how much you consume, but you could definitely still live your life. Now if you ODing it, like, man, I probably don't even need this blunt today, or you know what I'm saying? If you got to second guess it, then don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like I said, circumstances put people in certain predicaments. You know what I'm saying? So just, I would say, live your life, not, because we still young and we still are human beings. Like, and this, right. the journey is never going to be easy. The journey comes with mistakes. The journey comes with starting over, so yeah.
So what, so those people that's out there, right? Like, you train ladies, guys, whatever. Like, how hard is it for you to find out what they can eat, how much they should eat of this? Like, we're having so many people and everybody's bodies being different. Like, how hard is it for you to find out what they need to get to their goals?
Well, typically, because I can, because I've had a nice amount of people, I would say, I typically do a client information form when I start, just to figure out what people's goals are. And then I would tell them, okay, I want you to try going about this way. My meal guide, I've extended. I used to have a meal guide like 5 pages, but now my meal guide is 10 pages long, just to cover all bases in case people have questions or they're not as sure. And I always keep giving my phone number to my clients in case they got questions or anything like that. But I try to get it real informative so people kind of know, okay, this is for me, this is the route that I should take. I do tell some people do like intermittent fasting, and that works for them. It's worked for plenty of people, but like I said, that's something that you want to follow up with okay, now that I know that this worked for me, I gotta eat like this. So as far as that, I kind of just look at each person, and a lot of people have the same goals. Or a lot of people, like, even though their bodies are different, some people have different health issues, so they can't eat certain foods and things like that. So that's where we might take a deeper look into things. But like I said, a lot of things that people, a lot of clients that I get, they kind of, it's one or two things. I get 80% of the women I want to lose their weight. I mean, lose their stomach area. They want to lose inches on their waist, or they want to grow their butt, or they want to tone up. So it's just about that. And then what exercises I put people through. So that way I kind of know, like, with women that's a little bit smaller and trying to put on, those women, I would obviously target more lower body exercises and then get them into more weight training. And the women that's trying to lose weight, I put them through weight training exercises as well, just because I like to see how, I like to give everybody a challenge, see how much they can do, like, put their body through different tests. So you never really know what your body is capable of, especially when somebody else is pushing you. And then you'll notice as the weeks go on, things get greater. Like, I have so many people who struggle with crunches and sit-ups when I first met them. And then by their second or third week, they just busted them out, because sometimes you just got to keep doing it. That's a prime example. Keep doing the same thing and it works. You'll notice your progress. I don't think I've ever had anybody who didn't see progress in 2 weeks, even if it wasn't as quick as their body changing, but more so as the endurance or how well they do something that they couldn't do before, Yeah. So with just the different, like I said, with just different people come with different things, but like a lot of them can be put in the same category. And then, like I said, once you talk to them and kind of know, like, all right, this is what I'm gonna put you through. I want you to start this week. This week, I want you to cut this out. This week, I want you to try this. Give yourself a challenge. Try upping your water intake, cutting out soda, try doing different things like that just to start. I tell them all the time, like, I got you in the gym. And when you come to me, you take it care of. When you walk out of here, though, everything depends on you. I don't know what you're doing at home. I don't know what you're putting on your plate. That eating portion is all you. Once you come to the gym, I got you. when you walk out that door, I expect you to, get yourself
Take
together.
Yeah.
I love when guests kind of segue for me, and you mentioned the next question I wanted to ask, because you mentioned like kind of strength training for women. It's kind of a rumor out there that women should not strength train; they look like men and all of that. And I know, I remember you posting something about that, saying like women should strength, like lift weights, strengthen your body up. So for one, do you see or do you think that the rumor is still out there, or I don't call it rumor, but the stereotype, the nonsense that if women lift weights, they look like men? And also, can you just touch on the importance of strength training and why women should do it?
I definitely think it's gonna be a lot of myths and stuff like that out there. People, just based off experience. Like when I first got into fitness, people used to be like, squats don't help you get a bigger butt. I don't know why y'all keep doing that. And I'm like, well, shit, it helped me. Like I learned a lot of different exercises following, but it helped me. Like, and it's helped a lot of people that I've trained. So that is out the window. The way people choose to do different squats and different things like that. But people don't realize with strength training, the way somebody might do a squat, the way they strength train might be a little bit different than the way you do it without any weights, because you don't have anything on your shoulders. So I might do a jump squat with a barbell on my shoulders, and you might just do a jump squat with your body weight. So it might look a little different, but you learn to do different things with exercises. Like I like to get crafty with my exercises too, in a gym or outside the gym. Like I always think, I don't like boring exercises. I like people to just have fun, or even just be like, dang, that was crazy. I never thought that I could do that, or I never seen nothing like that. I always get my clients like, where did you come up with this? And they'd be like, it just comes to my head. But, weight training, I think, is definitely important for women. I don't think that whole you're gonna look like a male thing. A lot of people, everybody's body is different. Some women carry more body fat. Some women carry muscle mass is greater than their body fat. So it might be like me personally. If I know that I can't, typically it's for the look that I want. My upper body, my arms, they will tone significantly fast. I typically would do leg days or lower body exercising at least 3 times out the week. But my upper body, if I did upper body 2-3 times a week consistently, my upper body will be pretty huge. Like my arms tone significantly fast. So yeah, you'll learn like different what parts of your body, have more progress than others. So I typically right now, I wouldn't do upper body no more than 2 times a week. That's just me. But everybody's different. I got a homegirl, her name is Adrian. She's super dope too. She do her little hers is called Busy Body Fit, but she does strength training all the time, and she has a very, very nice build. She also does shows too, so that works for her. She knows how to do it from in day in and out. Like that's her thing, because she does shows. She has that look. She has a really nice build. But I don't think that women should take that as anything. Like strength training is fun. I think it's not gonna make you look like a man. Like you'll know your limits, and if you don't like something, like I said, you could always change it. Like I said, like I know now, I've been known for a while. Like okay, my upper body is gonna train a lot faster than my calves might show. So I just break that down. All right, I'm gonna do 2 days a week as opposed to 3. Okay. But the things that you want to work on, and it's a lot more exciting. I feel like you see even results even greater when you strength train. Like when you throw some weight up in there, you definitely see how quickly in the difference. Like don't get me wrong, you could do a lot at home with calisthenics and your own body weight and just using a few dumbbells here and there, but strength training is fun. I think and it pushes you. Like I like seeing my strength. Like, oh shoot, I'm going up, a little bit more heavier next week. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like it's just, so I don't want people to take it as like, I definitely think that's one of the myths that like, oh, you're gonna look like a male. Like males naturally have more muscle than women. Typically. Like I used to have women come to me all the time, like, oh, can you help me lift my breasts? And like, do you think my breasts will lift? And I'm like, no. Don't even think about it. There's a lot of tissue there. Like, I'm not even gonna sell you that dream. Like, that's not nothing that you're gonna be able to do You know what I'm saying? Now, if I'm talking to a male, like, yeah, you could work on your pecs. Like, that's something that'll pop out quick. But we got tissue there. It's a lot of stuff that I'm like, that's just another, rumor or, thing that people put out there. Like, oh, if you do this exercise, it'll lift your breast. Like, nah, I haven't had, so in the last 4 years, I have not had nobody that's ever had no success with that. So that's not just something I truly believe in. So, yeah, strength training is fun, ladies. I think strength training is fun, and it's something that you should definitely do and get stronger. Like, you never know who might run up. You might have to. What's that?
I told Andy, if you just the one jab, get away. That's all you need.
2-piece real quick. It ain't nothing. Your hands got to be
you out.
Yeah. So true. You never know. Crazy. But strength training is fun. I'm not condoning violence. I'm just saying.
We damn near family. We know each other for 15
right. Yeah,
we having fun.
Yeah, so.
So yesterday we had a conversation on our podcast. We think it's a sports show. Check us out. We're all platforms people. Check us out. We're on YouTube right now. We put the link in here for you guys to watch and stuff like that. But we brought up something that was very interesting, and it was just us 4 guys, obviously. But we're gonna get a female's input on this as well. So a few months back, it was brought to our attention that there was gonna be a versus battle, coming out, Keisha Cole, and the people were waiting. They had to wait a couple months before it actually came out. I don't know if you watched and stuff like that, but we just want to know how you felt about it. Who you thought won? How did you feel about the process? At the point that it actually came out, did you say, forget about it? Y'all took too long. I don't want to watch it anymore. Like, how did you feel about it?
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. I felt like the anticipation of it, especially like everybody in our generation, like we was excited. And then, like, you know what I'm saying? I've seen people who actually threw parties and get together, wasted their money for them, you know what I'm saying? So then I'm like, okay, they pushed the date back. All right, fine, we gotta wait. Then they pushed it again. It's like, we ain't excited no more. We don't care. Like, I probably clicked on the versus all of 5 minutes. The first 2 minutes I clicked on it, Keisha Cole wasn't there. When I clicked back on it, she was there, and I was just reading things like she seemed like she had an attitude and stuff like that. Like, girl, we do too. We don't even care no more.
You mad? I'm mad.
To be honest, the night that it came on, I didn't even know that it was coming on. I looked on Facebook and somebody was like, the versus is tonight. I'm like, it is, like, but I didn't even know that it was coming on that night. Like, I felt like the anticipation went completely down. Like, people just really didn't care that much. And then it took away from the fact that the verses previous, everybody was in the same room. Mm-hmm. Now they on 2 different screens. Somebody a little bit behind because of the connection.
It was a mess.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really tune in that long. It was just like really quick when I tuned in. But I feel like overall the anticipation went down. Like, the world was so excited about it, and then it was like, dang, this is kind of whack. Like,
yeah, anticlimactic. Well, who did you have winning before all of that? Are you a bigger Keisha or Ashanti fan?
Man, I really didn't choose a side.
Oh no, we don't do that.
I didn't choose a side.
No, we don't do that here.
I didn't choose a side because it's a lot of songs that's fire, and I'm like, that's true. And I don't think, I think, as far as singing wise, they both all right, but I don't know. I really didn't choose a side. I'm not gonna lie. I just felt like, it's a lot of songs by each of them that I really, really genuinely like. I really fuck with this song or whatever, but I didn't choose a side. I was just gonna see what they brought because, like Brandy and Monica. I listen to more. I love Monica. That's like,
love Monica.
So I was already like, okay, Team Monica. You know what I'm saying? Because I love Monica. I've listened to her forever. So, and her songs are just more relatable. Like, and her as a person, 100%. I like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like her as a person, just from obviously social media, not knowing her personally, but her energy and vibe just seems so right. So, I mean, we know Keisha to have attitude. We know Keisha more deeply just because she had TV shows and stuff like that.
Mama Frankie.
We know her family. Ashanti, we really, we know just from, Murder Inc. or, we never really got insight deep on Ashanti. So we could see where her music stemmed from. Like Keisha, we know where her music stemmed from, shit she been through. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking, Ashanti from going through stuff. But I think they both generally got a lot of hits. So I ain't really choose a side.
Yeah, I think Ashanti got the bigger records, but it's similar to, it's funny you mentioned Brandy and Monica, because I compared her to, like, Brandy is like, was supposed to be the superstar. and that's how Ashanti was raised. Where Monica is like the hood around the way chick, and for me, we grew up around the corner from each other. Right. I like that more. I can see Keisha being my neighbor. I can see her and her dude arguing outside, and I have an appreciation for somebody like that, and I feel the pain in her music. I feel that more than like baby.
Right.
I get it, but something about Keisha and that feeling that pain, like her, Monica, Mary J, it hit different for me. So that's why I picked Keisha. I picked Keisha to win, even though I didn't watch the whole thing because it was a mess.
Yeah.
So if you were Swiss, you know what I mean, who you putting up next? Who you want to see next? Ooh. What is your next versus battle?
Yeah, what's Miss Body Language favorite versus coming up? Because you ain't getting Beyonce, you probably ain't getting Mary J. So who you getting?
I don't think. First of all, Beyonce should not even be in a versus. That's just like saying Drake. I be seeing a lot of BS online. I just be like, what do y'all? Are y'all crazy? These people don't even match up. Like,
yeah.
Wow. Like, I was.
Put you on the spot. Come on.
That's kind of tough. They picked some really good ones the last few times.
I want mine seeing Jasmine Sullivan doing something, getting her up there. A Future. I want to see who Future go up against.
I feel like Future can't go against nobody. I'm not gonna like Future, Drake. Like they just kind of like. It's your own lane type of thing. Like it ain't. Right. Nah, I can't see Future doing no verses either. I don't know, and I love music. I'm just
the people got you stumble right now. The question,
I love music. Like I be with it with everybody, but I don't know. I
told him throw Fantasia in the joint, man. That's my girl.
I feel like Fantasia. I'm not really a huge Fantasia fan, but if she could go against somebody. I don't know. All I could think about is all the damn screaming and yelling. I don't know. That's probably a versus I wouldn't tune into. I'm not gonna lie. I just can't deal with all of that.
Yeah, turn it down some.
Yeah, like simmer down. I don't know, but that's just how she threw her music. So I don't know. As far as the next verses, they better make up for it because I ain't gonna hold. Jeezy and Gucci was fire, but we always listen to Gucci. You know that.
Always.
But I love Jeezy. Like I was Team Jeezy that night. Same. I ain't gonna hold you. I was Team Jeezy that night. But I feel like the next verses got to be something like they got to make up for this whole Keisha Cole and Ashanti thing just from putting it off and making us wait. Hopefully the next versus battle they able to have the two people in the same room. Hopefully it's a good one. Like don't give us no BS. Like and it's gotta be right. Like people just be saying anything. I think Nicki Minaj like why would y'all put Nicki with anybody? She been in the game 10 years. Yeah, all these girls is new. Let them like you know what I'm saying. And then people need enough music to really go against each other. Like I feel like don't just put somebody up there. Like I love
social media definitely be throwing out stuff.
Summer Walker and a SZA would be dope, but I feel like they just need more catalog and they need
like
more
10.
people.
Yeah, maybe them like a 10 record one.
Yeah, like
about 20. Yeah,
people be throwing out crazy stuff though, man. They had like R. Kelly and Keith Sweat yesterday.
Yeah, like I've been seeing some crazy messages. Like, why would y'all say that? I even have seen them put Chris Brown and Usher, and I'm like, nah, that's not it. Them not even the same era. Like, it's not that's not the type of stuff that we that ain't it. Like, first of all, Chris Brown's not going against nobody. That's
that's tough. That's a tough 20. That's a tough 20 against somebody.
Yeah, like Usher is fire, but who would y'all really put Usher against? First of all, them not even. Yeah, it's got to be right. You got to know that it's right. Like
I seen the Future Travis Scott, and I was like, come on, man, Future got too much.
Right, and don't get me wrong, I love Travis Scott. Travis is fire, but them is not two people that.
But for us, like Future, like that was you hear March Madness, it go different. Like it bring back those memories for us inside the club and everything.
Yeah, March Madness is one of them songs that's gonna be playing 20 years from now. Like back that ass up. Like that's like Dreams and Nightmares by Meek Mill. Like, come on now.
We'll be 60 years old rapping Dreams and Nightmare.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. So you've been a great guest. I know we know you're busy. We don't want to hold you up. So we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. But before we do, are you accepting any new clients? No, most of our listeners are probably mostly men. We do have some women listeners, but for the fellas that's looking to help their women get active, find a way to get to where they want to be. Are you accepting new clients right now?
So next month I plan to start accepting new clients again.
Okay.
I have I have at least 10 clients, new and returning. I have previous sessions that
Okay.
just because of the pandemic, they haven't been able to set up yet. So yeah, I'm definitely accepting. I plan to next month because I plan to get back into personal and small group at least.
Okay.
Even if I can't host body time. So yeah, next month I plan to accept new clients. So right now I'm only at this current time right now I'm only accepting virtual clients, but next month I plan to accept clients back so I can get back on the swing of things.
Yeah,
So,
you about to be like a first responder. You know, they got y'all gonna be first responders,
Essentially,
man.
no, I can't wait.
There's
When I
definitely
say
essential workers.
these last few months, man, I'm telling you, I can't wait. I anticipate it. I'm not even gonna lie. I anticipate it. And it's a lot of people waiting for me. I appreciate the love and support, like all the genuine, like the loyalty. People like, I'm waiting for you.
That's
like,
dope.
I'm like,
That's
dang,
dope.
you know, it still make me feel like I'm like accountable. You know, I feel like I'm being held accountable. So I'm excited to get back with my people.
That's amazing.
Sure.
So let everybody know how they can get in touch with you.
I can be found many ways. Facebook at Miss Body Language. Instagram at Miss Body Language is my personal. My business at Miss Body Language Fit, MissBodyLanguage.com. Everything Miss Body Language. Let's talk body language.
So y'all heard, great guest. We appreciate you, Stove.
Thank
Miss
you. I
Body
appreciate y'all.
Language.
Thank you for having me. You know, I love y'all.
You already know love is
Love you
mutual.
too, man.
So we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. So we appreciate you. Hit her up. She's gonna get you right. Trust me, I seen the results of her clients. I seen the reviews. They all love her. I need my water bottle. I'm still waiting for
my gosh, yo, that's so crazy. So many people been asking me about that water bottles, bringing them back. I think I am because, like, you know, I got to do it. So many people keep asking me. I am in the process of trying to switch up my whole fitness line. I got some ideas and things that I'm trying to put in motion too. So I'm trying to bring out a whole lot of stuff. Got some stuff I'm trying
merch. Hollis, she got the merch. Everybody, how
I got so much stuff that I just like. I gotta just do it. So yeah, I definitely bring them water bottles back for y'all because I know it's so many people waiting. I know.
All right, Millz, you got anything before we get out of here?
Nah, man. Like Mike said, appreciate you. You know, joining us. You definitely was a big help to a lot of people. But like she said, man, it all starts with yourself. So if you want to get something done, you gotta, you know, take that step to get it done. You know, so we appreciate you. Hopefully we talk to you soon.
For sure.
But I say keep doing your thing. We definitely gonna support you.
Same, y'all keep doing your thing. I'm loving the whole the tech boys. That's fire to me.
Hey. All right. Ooh, appreciate you.
All right, see y'all later.